Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to this rental renovation. So where we dropped off last, I was cutting in my mom's room and just got here. It's super cold, got the heat on, but I wanted to come in here in Riley's room and show you this potential texture solution for Riley's walls. So in case you're new here, you don't remember what I'm talking about or know what I'm talking about, this is one wall in Riley's room, and it is actually textured, and it looks fine. Then you come over here, and you got drywall seams, drywall nails, and it just looks pretty terrible in a lot of places. There's 3 walls down there, looks terrible. Paint drip, there was moisture in the room, had to put a dehumidifier in here, it was a whole thing. So we found this potential solution. We started out here, not sure if I love the patterns, but what it is it's a spray can of drywall texture, and it's really just like a splatter. It's called orange peel. Looks like this. So we just threw it up on this one wall just to see, but we've got a few more cans. We're gonna do this wall and this wall now, and I'm gonna get over here over this. And then the goal is to paint in here. I did, since I was last with you guys, pick up my custom paint colors and a few other fun things. I got some stain samples. So here's the dark green for Riley's room. Here's the burgundy for Mom's room and the kitchen backsplash. So my goal for today is to try and finish both my mom and Riley's room. So let's do it in the color, cutting in, maybe 2 coats, texture in Riley's room, all that. Because I feel like if I can get those things done for these bedrooms, or the bedrooms are both fully painted, then all I have to work on in there is the closets, the floor, caulking, the trim, stuff like that. So I do still have to paint laundry room and bathroom and finishing touches on the tub room. Okay, so but we're gonna see what we're gonna get done today. I'm freezing. I'm ready for this heat to warm up in here so that I'm not freezing to death. So I'm going to start by doing the texture in Riley's room so it can dry. It takes a little bit to dry. And that last can we used, yeah, this one, it leaked. So like halfway through spraying it, it's like dripping down the thing. So it got all over the floor. It's kind of messy. So since we have 3, I'm going to start with another one. Maybe it was defective. Maybe we did it wrong. Anyways, I'll put you guys on a tripod, show you what I'm doing and what it looks like, because it's interesting. Now with these, they have the orange peel, which is like the effect of the cottage cheese ceiling, and then they have the knockdown, but I couldn't fathom what that would look like. I was really confused, so I chose this because I just want as much little texture as possible to try and fix the visual problem. Before we get into that work, I wanted to check on the garage, because in that last video we did a lot of work out here in the garage. So let me show you what it looks like now. Huge improvement, huge. So you can see all this like dirt broom swipe marks. This darker spot here, that is still dirt. So, but I have told myself, okay Liz, don't worry about it. Don't worry about this. Like I want to get this clean because it bothers me so bad. But there's too many things in the way. We've got too much stuff over here. I've got a lot of that moisture has run out, but not all of it. Some of it's getting trapped in that corner. We've just got to get all this stuff out. And then I'll focus on doing that. I did get more of the cement patch kit at the store when I got the paint. That's going to go in that corner. I've been waiting to see if there's anything else in there to drain. It looks like there's no additional moisture, which is fabulous. So it's just like, maybe there's some seeping in this spot right here. So I'm not sure, but you can see how this is wood, which should be setting on this footer here. So this cement should meet up to that wood because it's supposed to be setting on it. So I'm just going to patch that with the cement patch. I did put spray foam in there. I'll eventually clean that up because it looks bad. But this little part down here you see is because it went in up here and it came down there. So there's a big gap behind that. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. Not today, but at least I have the stuff. And I got more of the cement patch for this because I need to fill in this hole. I didn't have enough. And then I want to make this smooth. Like, this should be smooth. I don't know why it isn't. But, like, look at that. It was all, like, jagged. This is my patch. Not even fully dry, probably because it's cold in here. I also, while I was at the store, got the foundation paint. So, once I get these patches done and they're cured, I'm going to be painting this whole footer, all this, and all that. So, everything needs to be clean and dry. So, probably more on that in a future video for sure. Not today, but I did also finally get all the utilities transferred over. You may think that's funny because we've owned the house for a bit now. It's a small town and nobody cares. Like, there's nobody policing whether you've transferred or turned off your utilities. So so yeah, finally got that taken care of, which eased my mind. I was just busy and kept forgetting. Had a lot of stuff going on. And also have the internet appointment set up. So, things are rolling and I'm really glad. Now I need to get to rolling. I have to say, while I'm shaking this can for 60 seconds, I can't wait to cut in Riley's room. Start hiding that green. It is so rewarding to like fully cover a color that's hideous. So I come in and I immediately see all this stuff under the window. Wow, I'm shaking the tripod, I'm moving around so much. Old house, old floors. Anyway, so this does dry within 15 minutes though, so that's great. So it has this nozzle on it where you turn it to, like, this is heavy, you do medium, and what is that, fine, so I don't want thick chunks, I want little splatters everywhere. I feel like we'll really know when I roll back over the texture. It's not real thick. Maybe I need to do it thicker. Let's try heavy. Because I thought there would really be some dimension to it. Oh, and it says the distance you stand back also makes a difference with the size of them. See, this one's already trying not to spray out right. Oh, well, they're bigger. That's nice. Go again with the mop again. Okay, can you see that? I don't know if you can even see that. Barely. Okay, that wall's not horrible. Let's just get some of this done. Okay, I think that's good for now. I used almost this whole can, half of the other one. I did 3 walls. Now I'm gonna get a wet paper towel and clean up the floor and the trim that I got this stuff all over. All right, let's do this big reveal of this paint color. Ooh, that is lovely. I do say so myself. Ooh, fun. As soon as I'm done rolling and I get my brush ready to cut in, we'll come in here and put some on the backsplash just to see and get a feel for what it's going to be like. So the cool thing about this part of painting is I only have to do one wall in this room, so I feel like it's going to go really fast. It'll give that texture in Riley's room time to dry, and then we can move on. Just decided to go ahead and roll some of this backsplash because I can get a lot of it with the roller. And look at that. I'm loving the contrast with the warmth of this wood. This wood, to be determined. I really fully expect my mom to paint these cabinets sometime in the next year because neither one of us prefer this yellow orangey undertone. But, you know, we'll see. And I think it's going to go well with these tones here. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. And then I did get this whole wall rolled in here because it is such a dark color. Definitely gonna have to do a second coat. You can see here. So waiting for this to dry. So I'll do the backsplash and then go see if Riley's room is dry enough to get going on it. Okay, before I get back to work in here, I thought I'd show you what the texture was looking like in Riley's room. So I do feel like it's okay. It's not gorgeous, but you know, maybe it's an improvement. But I feel we'll get the full, like, yeah, this was great, like once the paint is done. So speaking of that, I'm fixing to do green on this wall and this wall and then see what we think. It's gonna work. I'm so excited. Look at this. Look at that. Obviously this dark green's gonna need 2 coats, but look, it just pops out at you. And then when you just don't see the color difference, it's like, oh, it's just a textured wall. Oh my God, I'm so excited. That wall right there was really bad, so I can't wait to get all the way over there. Okay, so I've got the green on. And let's see. You can see that looks so much better, even if you get up close. You see the intentional texture, and because it's like consistently everywhere, it's like, okay, cool, awesome. And I think it's even gonna cover those nail heads there that were through that drywall. I also came in and rolled this wall, the second coat after the texture, and it's looking a lot better. This one seam here still shows, but I'm reminding myself, my son is gonna have his desk and a bookshelf here. So probably have like a art or a poster or something on the wall, and we'll just make sure we place that strategically to cover the flaws, just because they're annoying. There's no structural issues, it's just ugly and annoying. So now I'm gonna get to work cutting in because this beigey color has 2 coats on these 2 walls now, this one and this one. So, and no cut in. So I'm gonna do that and see how much time I've got left. I may go ahead and cut in the green. I'm waiting to see when I can roll the burgundy again in my mom's room. It's still wet. So just gonna manage my time between those things, and I'll show you what I get done. Okay, so I just got back from having to run to my house for a bit for a meeting, and my husband did remove the tack strips in the front bedroom. Okay, so here's what Riley's room is looking like now. Oh, such a beautiful color. I do have that in half of my house. So obviously some places to touch up. I've got to roll the second coat of that, but anyways, floor trim is gone. Can't wait to clean and shine up those baseboards. All the junk on the floor. That'll be so nice. The burgundy in here is obviously dry and patchy, so I'm gonna get to work On this, I think I'm going to cut in first and then roll the second coat because cutting in is just so rewarding. Okay, so I came in and I cut in here one coat, just rolled the second coat so it's super shiny. So you can see up there, I'll need to cut it again. And we also tested some stain, the one we're going to go with. We tested in here in the closet and we feel that one is a decent match for that. And it's Cabernet. So my husband also got the tack strips up in the living room and all the little like nail things. So that is so nice. So they're done in here, done in there. I think he did some in this little hallway area, but like not this strip here you see. So just a little bit to do there. And still have to do this room, but I was in here today painting. And yeah, so this is really the bulk of the tack strips that are left. We were just standing in here talking about the floors and kind of what our ideas and plans are. So one thing that I know I'm gonna do, which isn't that color so pretty? I actually painted in my old house, I painted one wall in my office a really similar color. I'd call it more purple, but looking at it on the camera, it looks almost the same. Anyways, it's really pretty. It looks great in the kitchen too. I'll show you in a sec. We were talking about this closet because it's hideous and because we were in here talking about the stain and stuff. And I think I'm gonna try that texture like I used in Riley's room to just make these walls less horrible. You know, we filled in all the holes. So now we just need to make it like cuter. I still need to finish spray foam up there. I did get some more, but I don't know if I'm gonna get around to that today or not. But I'm down to just having about an hour left here today. And I'm trying to figure out what I wanna wrap up, what I wanna do. Couldn't remember how many coats I did in Riley's room and just getting hangry. Let me show you this kitchen backsplash. Looking so good. So the only thing is I've got to cut this in a second time. So like you can see along the bottom, this is wet for the second coat. This is all of this paint I have left. I'm praying that's enough to do the second coat of cut in here and the bedroom. If not, I'm literally gonna have to buy a cord, which I guess would be the end of the world. But so I want to get this second coat on here primarily because of spots like this. And up here, I had to brush this whole thing. And so then it's more noticeable over here. So I want to get this done today before I leave, but I'm also waiting for that to dry. So I think I'm going to try the texture on my mom's closet, see how that goes. Okay, so we did the texture in there. Yes, I'm still going to work on that. But anyways, just making improvements where we can. And then I also did the same in Riley's closet because again, it's hideous and it was unfinished drywall with wallpaper. So I came in and I scraped more loose wallpaper down. This is detached because they had it mounted right here on the door jamb. I have moved it. My husband had it like this on this random nail they've got here, so it's hanging out of the way. So we're actually going to bring that in here and mount it in here for Riley. It's just a power outlet. Anyways, so scraped loose wallpaper and did the texture stuff in here. Because again, you can see just unfinished drywall seams, whatever. It's gonna be a closet. It is a closet. But I feel like that will help. So that'll be painting later. I'm gonna give this a minute to dry and then I'm gonna pull this carpet out. I don't remember what kind of flooring that has. Oh, looks like, oh yeah, looks like wood floor all the way under there. So pull that stanky stuff out. We're gonna leave it initially, but have since decided against that. So I'm just gonna give this wall texture, I just did this one. It takes maybe 15 minutes to dry. I think I'm gonna go cut in something and then I'll cut, just so like if I bump into that, trying to get this carpet out, I don't mess it up. And I'm gonna pull that nasty carpet out. Yay. So then, yeah, what am I gonna work on? I think I'm gonna cut in the kitchen. Let me see if that backsplash is still very tacky. So maybe not that. Maybe not that one either. All right, well that just made that decision for me. So I'm gonna put up the burgundy paint. I'll do the cutting in next time I'm here. So I'm gonna cut in the green here in just a minute. But I get like this when I know I'm like running up to a deadline and I'm like, okay, what little things should I wrap up, you know, and I'm being sensible. But then I also have this other part of me that's like, what can I roll in 30 minutes and knock out, you know, because I also go to the bathroom, the laundry room, this kitchen. There's only this one wall in this kitchen. Well, it's two little halves of a wall that I have to roll, but I have to move that fridge. And also the day when I have help coming is a few days away. And again, like I mentioned before, I'm trying to think of what things do I really need their help with and what can I get done before they get here. And so, yeah, anyways, all that stuff goes through my mind. And I was putting up that burgundy paint to do that trim later, the cut in. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do the white trim in the bathroom. It all needs a second coat in the tub room. And then I'm just like, whatever. That's what goes through my mind. I have a lot of things like, what can I wrap up? What can I do? At least this time I'm not up against a deadline and having to leave at a certain time. I just wanted to leave at a certain time to go home and get some work stuff done. But if I'm on a roll, I think I'll just keep rolling. Literally and figuratively. So we do have a little bit of bad news. I don't know if I showed you guys in the beginning of this video, but I came in and I checked the garage leak when I first got here. There was two little spots, not bigger than 6 inches, that still had water. The rest had dried. I came out here an hour ago and found this. More water. Now, like I said, recently we got snow and the snow is melting. And so I feel like I'm a 99% sure this is confirmation that it's coming in from outside as well. Like it was the tub and outside. So we're definitely going to be trenching outside to make sure the earth slopes away from the house, because it probably doesn't right now. But I'm also debating before I leave here today of putting some more foam in there, because in case you missed the previous video, I did foam in this top part. There's a huge gap there, and that gap is so big that some of that foam went down there. Now I do intend to fill that up, but when I was working over here, I felt like the tub leak was still draining from in between the walls. So I left it open so it would have a place to escape, and I plan on patching this with cement, the cement patch stuff. Which maybe I could just do that while I'm here today instead of doing the foam. Because this whole part, this is wood setting on cement. For whatever reason, there's a gap there. So I could patch that cement all the way up there. Let me try that and just see how quick that is. Obviously, I'm super ADD at the moment and really distracted. But it is 65 in here. This is not catching much moisture. I really thought it would be way more than that. There's more than that in the house. It's 58 in here, but that is because I did get up to like 53 today. There's our other cement patch. There's that one that's unfinished. So let me work on that for a minute before I go back to paint. Okay, I can't get that concrete. You see the little patches there? They do not want to stick because it's wet. So I gave up. But I came over here and finished this. And this looks so much better. Small victories. So I think I'm going to have to go with the spray foam route. And then file that off. Like, you know, trim it up. And then maybe cement patch over that. I'm not sure. Maybe just foam. I don't know. My mom and my sister were telling me, based off of the photos I sent, that I should just put more spray foam in there and try that. But I don't have any more, or at least I can't find it. I thought I just recently bought more. But anyways, I did get more of the concrete stuff and a better spatula, and that looks a lot better over here by this door. So I'm gonna be real, y'all. I was just sitting here at the dining room table taking a break, checking my phone for some stuff, and I just saw a mouse out of the corner of my eye. Not a fan. Not a fan. Now, it's not like I didn't find a ton of mouse poo in this house, which has all been cleaned up, but we've sealed up every hole that we could find. And there's nowhere in here for it to live other than, like, I guess in walls or something, because there's no bedding anywhere. There's nothing in the closets. Like, everything is empty and cleaned out and open. So there's like nowhere to hide except for where I just saw it come out from under the dishwasher and run under the stove. And I'm like, no. At first it ran out from the dishwasher and then ran back in because I was like, what? And like I made a noise. I was sitting here silently, and I guess that's why it felt comfortable enough to come out. Because usually if I'm working, I'm playing videos or audiobooks or podcasts or something, you know. So there's always noise. And I was just sitting here being quiet, and that happened. And then, you know, I might have shrieked a little bit. And then I went back to what I was doing for a minute and decided, okay, I'm done here for today. I was like, this is my sign. I need to wrap it up today. I'm getting cold. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting whatever. And that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I don't like them. But anyways, then it ran from the dishwasher to under the stove. And I just, without even thinking about it, was like, bro, you cannot be in here with me. Like, you cannot. I'm not okay with this. We are not okay. So, I'm not one of those that's going to carry it outside and catch and release and all that jazz. Sorry, I'm just not nice like that. We're going to have to get some poison. Because Liz ain't working. Nope, ain't happening. So, anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you with today. I did not cut in any more after I told you I was going to. It just, you know, whatever. Stuff happened. So I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.